All right, so each of you guys grab 6 cards because Freddie is going to be a bit late because his mom needs help with computer.
Nice.
And Freddie knows much about computer. Much about computer. We will have our Angry Birds back up and running in no time, he says. Any reds?
Nah, we're just going through it right now.
Should look and tell you. Yes, there is.
All right.
The gods despise you. Immediately discard all your cards. No trading.
Cool.
So what did I have?
Is that everybody?
No, just me.
Okay.
And there's a couple of cards which were okay, but nothing world ending.
All right. Let's see. You guys are both standing in a large flat area. It looks like some sort of farm fields and such are stretched before you. And Bargain Man is dressed as he is on the camera there for reasons.
Okay.
Nice. And McKay, you have a large black floppy hat thing on. And you're standing next to Bargain Man, who's holding a some sort of pitchfork. And behind you guys is a older house.
Yes. So by black floppy hat, you didn't mean like a wide brimmed floppy thing. You mean like the thing that woman's wearing in the painting.
Yes. You recognize the area vaguely as MMO land. Now, let's see. I'm going to show a picture of.
Because she's actually not wearing a. I didn't think she was.
No, she's not wearing any kind of hat.
No, that's what I thought. I just had to check. I was thinking, am I remembering this picture right or not?
No.
I just had to Google it to see if my memory was correct.
Yes. Welcome to classic art. For anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, it's because you are an uncultured swine. So anyway, no, right. You remember what Obed looked like there, Bargain Man?
Yes.
He's standing next to you for some reason, although he's dressed differently. He is still doing the mouth breathing thing for reasons.
I look at him. Joshua?
Yes.
Dude, you're back.
Sort of.
Look, I kind of like didn't know what was going on with all this glow stuff, and you know, have you talked to Doc?
Yes.
Okay, so he kind of explained everything?
Yes.
Okay. Well, apologies on my end. Like I said, I had no idea what was going on.
No. That's okay.
I'm just glad to see you're here. Hey, listen, I have something to pass by you. Like I said, I'm new to the realm and everything, but you know how we go to Clem's and he asks us where we want to go and this and that?
Yes.
Do you think he controls time?
Time? No, I think he's more like a backdoor, like say like in a computer game or something. We always thought of him more of like a backdoor of a way to get around places where we don't have to use gates.
Has it ever been tried?
Tried to get him to control time.
Like if he asked us, where we want to go, if we said, "Can you take us back?" Has it ever been said?
No, I don't think so. It would be worth an experiment to see. What did you have in mind?
Well, as you can see, I'm feeling a little superhero-ish here.
Yeah.
And I was thinking if we could possibly go back in time and meet with Batman to try to get him not to roll, and maybe we could save Gotham.
Okay. But didn't you and Doc tell the Mibs about Gotham and to fix it, or to rebuild it, or to
Yes,
restore it?
and I haven't been there yet. I was curious if you guys have went.
We tried to go there, and what were we told? Sorry, that destination is currently unavailable.
Oh, wow. So maybe it is under reboot.
Yeah, so, or Clems is completely destroyed to the point that it can't act as a destination point.
We did find a piece of the barbershop pole. Couldn't find anything else.
Yeah, so that's in the embassy along with the barber pole that Freddy got from the Night City. But what we believe is what Doc, myself, and Mildred believe is that we could potentially, if we had somebody with the skill set to build a barbershop, we could then actually establish a Clams using those poles.
Right. Yeah, so, just for some reason in Limbo, it kept just popping in my mind. Like, we're going to Clems and he's asking us where we want to go, and we go. Like, but nobody has ever tried to see if he could make us go back in time.
Yeah, no, it's worth a try. It's quite possible that it is something he can do, and we've never bothered to test it. Would lead to all sorts of interesting possibilities, depending on how it worked. But
maybe I should stop thinking in Limbo.
Yes.
For those listening to this as a podcast, Bargain Man is currently in some sort of red shirt, black cape, black hood with the long black cape with the classic eye protection things like the Lone Ranger mask. It looks very dashing and macho.
And it actually said, what's it got on it? NC or something.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I see. It's some sort of basketball thingamajig.
I'd have been more impressed if it said BM on it.
That's why I was curious what it actually said, because I wasn't sure. I thought, how far has he gone with this?
So,
well, you could tell that his wife's not around today, because if she was and stopped by the room, do the slow look inside.
Well, she already said I was a dork, so. So anyway, so this costume was this year's Halloween costume. I always go out with the kids. So this is my Gotham Robin suit. Robin has the hood in this Gotham part. And I do have the other thing, would have been R for bar again, man. But I tried not to. It would have been too hot wearing all that.
Yeah,
fair enough.
It's very, very interesting. I like it.
And yet again, I fail at flexing.
It's weird seeing McKay in this new form and stuff, because you can tell he's still working on getting full control of his body. After the last month or so you've spent like this, McKay, you managed to stop drooling on yourself as often, and it no longer feels as creepy when you're going to the bathroom and stuff, but you'd still very much like to be able to get your old body back. Fortunately, you do have a way of kind of getting it back.
Yes.
Which should be interesting.
One possibility. There could be other possibilities.
Oh, there's at least one that I'm thinking of, but
yeah. Well, there's one I'm thinking of, but I don't. Well, I'm not. I don't know what's in the skill tree as such, as to whether or not there's something there that will suffice for what I want to do.
So I have that up.
Yes, I have a dissemination card I can play and give Joshua some cards.
But first, you must reduce down to 6, sir, and then you can start playing cards.
Yes, yeah, you got to reduce your hand because you're doing good thing. But while you're doing that, just to explain that, I have some of my abilities. I have some of Obed's abilities. And the abilities I do have are like I am a newborn Dora.
But yeah, question
in the world.
Questions, correct?
Sorry?
Questions, is that what you're talking about?
No. My ability, as in me being able to do stuff. Like I can no longer. Majority of the spells I knew, I no longer know how to cast. most of my abilities, my strength, my physical abilities are reduced. My skill in doing things has been reduced.
Right.
I've lost the ability to do many things, as in I can't seem to recall how to do stuff. I knew I could do stuff, but as to how I did it, like languages that I used to be able to speak, I can recall speaking them, but I can't think of how to speak them. That sort of stuff. That's what I mean.
Okay.
Out of game, he died so hard he's basically a new character but with old memories.
So, what cards do you want here? I have self-improvement, gain a permanent plus D3% in any occupational skill under 90.
I was going to say you should spend that on yourself for a start.
Okay. Skill +5. Little extra, +1 damage for you for the entire combat. Any weapon this effect. Character who's played this before rolling. Another skill +5. So I got 2 skill +5s and a rhino hiding. Play at the beginning of a round before attacked. All physical and magical attacks for this round are no effect.
Just trade me any of them. That's all right. I mean, we don't, without knowing what situation we're getting in, it's hard to say what's going to be useful. So I suppose trade me any that you want to keep. So.
Yeah, I would give him the rhino hiding as skill 5, or you're probably
yeah, pretty much. So give me the rhino hiding. Yeah, give me the rhino hiding. Then before you play the dissemination, play the skill card on yourself, the one that gives you D3 to a skill.
Okay, I play that.
That way, dissemination would be on the top of the deck. So, yeah, he's teaching you.
And then discard any other cards you don't want to hang on to. Then play the dissemination.
Yeah.
To put on top, but so roll a D3, add it before you forget, and add it to whichever skill.
I recommend your highest skill that's under 90.
So I guess I just roll a D4 and.
Sure.
No, you can do //R space D3 as well.
Where do I do that on a thing here?
D3. So something like that without the full stop, basically. Well, I've just put there. The full stop is so it'll display to you how to do it.
We call that a period.
Full stop period. Yes.
Okay.
So do it without the without the full stop.
Oh, no period.
No period.
Yeah, no period.
Then it'll do a roll.
Yeah.
There you go.
And that's how you can do. If Logan asks you to roll a D52, for example, you could do that way. You
and I will use that
to whatever dice you want to roll.
I will use that.
There's two forts. There's 2 forts you could have on this. One is to go for your highest skill. The other one is to go for a skill you actually think, I actually want to learn this skill, but I currently have it only at a base level.
Okay.
And put it in there to actually start increasing a skill that you think, I keep wanting to improve this skill. But obviously, it's got to be something that fits in within the bounds of what the card says, as in a professional skill. A skill you could justify that a person would have as part of a job or something.
Okay.
Which, considering the worlds we've been to, you could justify most skills.
Many of them.
I'm going to add it to my stealth for today.
Perfect.
I've got to grab that. Was there anything urgent that needed to be done from your perspective, Tom?
No, I was just going with the flow, see what Doc wanted to do. If there's anything has good possibility of us fixing, I guess we can whack out.
There's one thing that we need to do, and that is we need to get your tarot cards for you to check them out.
Let him finish up with his dissemination thing.
Yeah, I know. I was just talking while he was doing card play.
Well, I only have 2 cards left anyway, so I just discard them both.
Yeah, I was just filling the vacant air, the vacant noise, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. Now these cards don't get played, do they? They just get this tossed, correct?
Yeah.
Just tossed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Ready?
Exactly. Draw yourself 6 more cards.
Yeah.
That could be good. Oh.
What do you get? Any reds?
Nah, but I did get a bargain plus 20.
Bargain man. Okay. Yes, I'd hang on to that.
I have many names. I am Bargain Man, Motivational Man,
Motivational Man.
Tom. Oh, that was last game.
Okay.
Are you done with card play there, Motivation Man?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
Lovely.
As he looks to the skies.
And you have no red cards there that you drew?
No.
I'm assuming. Lovely.
By the way, I cannot fly. Yet.
Yes.
Yet.
All right. Now I completely forgot. Oh yes, that's what I was going to ask you. Do you know how to create trumps?
No.
No. All right. Do you have any trumps?
Is that all the cards that are at the embassy? Is that what you're talking about?
No. I'm talking about the cards the amber cards as such that allow you to
I don't have
travel or talk to people.
I don't have anything like that.
Yep, that's all right. I wasn't sure because you'd been to amber, whether or not they'd given you any, or Doc had given you some, or you'd found some, or whatever.
I did have lunch with the king.
That's good. Random, is he?
Yes. He seems to like me.
That's good. He's a pretty laid back guy, random. So
yeah, I had to try to keep him under wraps. A little bit of fast talking.
Yeah.
Kept Doc's legs from getting broken. Okay.
Alrighty. So, looking around, can we see a town or anything nearby?
Yes. There's one over there.
All right.
It looks like Kinleyville, but from a distance. It looks much smaller the further you are away from it.
Strange, though. It's an optical illusion. It's only a model.
That's all.
All right. But that's part of the reason why I was asking if you had any trumps, because if you had some trumps, it would make life a bit easier for us in our current situation.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't.
All
I was still learning that thing that Doc had, that gem thing. I didn't.
Yep, that's right. No, I understand that. I think Doc said that you walked the pattern in the gem.
Yes.
All right. That's good. It's probably, it's certainly easier than walking the one in amber. I'm not sure how the new pattern that Doc created, how easy that one is to walk, as I don't know anyone who's tried walking it yet, but something.
That's how Motivational Man came about.
Oh, okay.
Because I wasn't going to do it, but I said, you know what? Let's do it. And then we got Doc to do some things, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do some things today.
Yes. So,
you feel motivated. What do you do there, Pete?
Well, actually, it doesn't really matter because they don't have wagons here yet, do they? They haven't. I don't think they've got enough horses and stuff out to have people with wagons.
They're working on it.
Yes.
You guys do have one pitchfork still for reasons.
We'll approach the house. I will approach it and knock on the door. Did you want to keep the pitchfork, or did we want to return it to the farmer?
We'll keep it.
You want to keep it?
Okay. It might be a reason.
All right, then we won't return it to the farmers, whose pitchfork it might be.
You never know. It might have some kind of power.
He looks at the pitchfork mysteriously. It's easy to be more mysterious when you're wearing a mask.
Yes.
I will zap you.
It may threatens the air with the pitchfork.
Didn't appear to do anything, so.
Okay. It was worth a try.
Let us start walking then. I was thinking we'd get him to see if we could hitch a ride with him, but of course, there's no such thing as wagons here at this stage.
You see some people traveling north on the North Road on rideopedes. That's pretty much the bog standard shit transportation. I mean, it's got a lot of good stuff, but it's got some serious fucking drawbacks. Horses also have some good stuff, but also have some serious drawbacks. Like they're dumb as fuck. I'll step in this gopher hole and break my leg. Now you must shoot me. Ha ha ha. I found a way out of your service.
Yes. I'll go and get myself tangled up in this fence.
Yeah. Dumb.
Yeah. All right. We shall start walking to the town.
You guys eventually reach the town and stuff. People are acting very weird toward Obed. And Bargain Man, they stare at. So you guys are getting a lot of looks because he's the only one dressed as a superhero as you guys are heading through town. As you pass, one guy's like asking there, he's like, "What's up with the mask?" And he's like, "Masks are very comfortable. They'll become the next big fashion next fall."
Yes.
All right. So there's a couple of places I want to stop off before we leave Kinleyville.
Okay.
If it's okay, if you don't mind, Tom.
Not at all.
People are staring at you like there's a mix of give me empathy rolls actually to see how they're looking at Obed/McKay.
Yes. Where's my mouse? Core skills.
Is it just both of us or just him?
Both of you.
Both of us.
You can see them looking at him.
Great.
Nice.
Wow. There's a mix of emotions. Some people look disgusted. Some people look like, wow. Some people are looking like, oh, it's that fuck up, etc.
Yo, it's my friend. Relax, or I will unleash my power.
Give me an intimidation roll as you attempt to intimidate many of the townspeople of an otherwise friendly village.
No.
Bargain Man is people begin reaching for like rotten fruit and stuff like that.
Let's walk past
eggs. Right, you guys give me dodge rolls, please, as they're aiming for Bargain Man, but Obed is close by and a big target, so he tries to catch them with his head.
No.
Right, you guys get pelted with various produce and such as you continue on. Where were you wanting to go?
I was going to the house where Elwyn and Alana were.
No
As
problem.
far as I know, they're still here.
Yes, they are. Elwyn is busy in that house. You find out from somebody. Well, actually, give me a listen roll. Everybody can do listen rolls.
Yep.
Cool.
30.
It sounds like he's attempting to. Nice. Be sure to put checks in your skills there, Bargain Man. It sounds like he's attempting to increase the population of half-elves.
No worries.
You go to visit your grandkids instead, and
I just want to make sure that everything's all right, and
you're thinking he's probably having a good time.
Yeah, that's right.
She's also having a good time, but not in quite the same way. There are several male suitors that you instinctively hate and loathe. They look at you in confusion because they're used to you drooling more.
Yes. All right.
She is like, oh, hello, you know, and she looks a bit awkward, like, oh, I've got 3 different boys here that all want to spend some time with me, and
Yep.
my father's here. Kind of awkward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just making sure everything's all right, and you're fine spending a bit more time here.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
No worries, because
then she flails around socially and says, "Would you like to stay for tea?"
I was actually going to go see Darius and his wife, whose name completely slipped my mind, Claire.
Right, empathy roll.
No.
I am thick, you think to yourself. Oh, what a pity, she says. Well, all right. Maybe next time.
Yes.
And you go off and eventually end up.
It's all right. I partly said that because I suspected she didn't want me there for dinner. So I was using that as an excuse.
Perfect. Whoever's got the weird flute music going on in the background, please kill whoever's playing it.
That's my guy.
Children practicing in the background.
I'm not suggesting killing your children, but no. Anyway, so right, you guys continue on, and eventually reach we'll call it the palace for lack of a better word. Mm-hmm. So yes, they're in there and they're happy to see you. Kind of. There's a lot of mixed emotion stuff going on here.
Yes. So did Obed have a family?
No. He was one of the first. So many of us did not have families unless we brought our loved ones. He looks at his wife adoringly. She looks at him adoringly. They're so much in love it sickens you. And
I am not Mildred.
Oh, right. So
okay, that's all right. I just was concerned that there may be somebody who would have been a bit upset that Obed suddenly made this decision.
We're happy and sad. Is he still in there?
I seem to have some of his skills. Whether or not he's still here, I don't know. I'm hoping that one day I can work out a way of separating us and letting him have his body back if he is somewhere in the back of my head or something. I don't know. But I don't know if it's possible even, but it is something I would like to do.
Well, you always have been quite a discerning, thoughtful individual, says Claire. So we hope that that project comes to success, because even though he was differently abled, he was still a part of the household.
Yeah. The other thing is that, actually, maybe I don't know if it'd be similar to what happened to you guys, but I have lost a lot of my abilities, my knowledge, majority of my magic abilities, etc.
Oh.
So just giving you a heads up. So things like gate magic and stuff, I have no knowledge of any longer.
Well, shit, he says.
So
that's going to put back our project a bit, but we have decided to try a non-magical solution to it, a big grate.
Yeah, I mean the problem is if you did close it off, then like you said, where's the water going to go?
Exactly.
Assumedly there's some setup here that I don't know whether or not that would. Why is there? How can it keep taking all that water? Why doesn't it flood? So there must be some sort of magic thing going on there or something.
Well, we noticed that
water stopped flowing.
Throughout the day, the river kind of gets a little bit slower, and then the next day it starts out faster, and then it slowly, but it doesn't get a huge amount slower. We suspect that the amount of water up there is so vast that, and then it replenishes every day. as long as Burlington replenishes forever, we should be fine. It shows him smile at the camera, and you can hear the.
So, I mean, there's been a couple of times where Burlington did not reset, which I think you guys know about.
Oh, yes.
What was the effect?
The amount of water just kept going down, and eventually it stopped coming down, which would have been a good time for us to build the grate, but we weren't ready then. We are working on building it now, though.
And did then the lake there start draining away, or?
Yes, but I think that was repaired rather quickly. Logan goes.
Yes. Well, we got onto it pretty quickly as to how long it had been in that state before we got onto it. I don't know.
We believe that the people in Burlington will, if from what we've seen in the past, will injure themselves and probably starve to death unless they are able to get their food stocks replenished all the time.
Yep, they seem to be of a very base level of construction.
He nods. Yes. Also, we've been thinking it might come to a time where we're going to take the, as they call us now, the immortals, and we may go and found a new village too, because
bit of unrest about the fact that you're still here and they're growing up. And what's the lifespan of the non-immortals?
We're not really sure. They grow up to about 20s, and then they seem to stay like that for a while, and then we're not sure because it's all. I think we've only been here for 3 years or something like that.
Yeah, something sounds about right.
Wow, that's kind of scary. This campaign's only been going for 3 years of real time, of game time. Holy fuck! Yeah,
but that's the thing, because everything seems to happen faster here. Things seem to be purposely sped up.
Yeah. Well, they do seem to be growing. As far as we can tell, once they're in their 20s, then they kind of go into normal things. So that would mean that they maybe have another 30 to 50 years, depending. I mean, we don't have the kind of medicine and immunizations and stuff that we used to have. So
I am got people working on healing magic, or
did till our mages all died.
Well, disappeared, potentially dead, but yes.
After this long, if they're not dead, then they better be for slacking this long. But if you can find books on healing magics and herbalism and stuff, we were searching the library. We were starting to find gem after gem as far as things that would help us out here. And then for some reason, Glenn destroyed the library. We cannot figure this out.
So from what I can work out, something happened in Gothic St. Angeles so the painting had to be removed from there because there's been a change in the government structure or something. It's no longer a dark council as opposed to a dark dictator or something.
Well, yes, we get all that, but why he would give it to that framer to do? I mean,
I don't know why he didn't get Alex to do it. I've got no idea.
Alex Kinley could have done it. Everybody pauses in the room. Yes. Everybody's like, oh yeah.
Yes. Why he didn't get Alex to do it, for example.
We are baffled by this.
Or inquire. I don't know. Maybe he did ask at the embassy as to who the best carpenter was, because I've had carpentry done by there's a couple of otters there that are really good carpenters that I've had do work for me.
Well, that guy was supposedly a professional framer, but we don't think he'd worked on anything bigger than a small. He stares at you oddly.
What's up?
Nothing. He says everything's fine. Claire drums her fingers on her armrest and looks at you. Right, she says.
This is my faithful companion.
They look at Bargain Man. Has he, says Claire, seen too much? Joshua.
Me?
Joshua.
Too much what?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, my apologies. I thought, sorry, Claire, I thought you were asking Tom about me.
No.
I didn't. Sorry.
He's changed his wardrobe significantly, she points out.
I don't. Yes, I know. I don't know.
It's a Dora thing.
I'm not sure as to what happened with when he and Doc were doing some things or not. It's caused some.
I see.
We need to find Batman.
Yes. Well, he's in Doc's golf club.
Oh.
Well, there you go, she says.
You do know that Doc has Batman in his putter.
We need to get him out.
Well, you need to convince Doc of that. But yes, the ghost of Batman is in his putter.
Wait,
that's why
did
his
he
putter
kill
is...
Batman?
No.
Okay.
Alex and maybe Freddy did. I can't remember now.
We shall get to the
Alex
bottom
and somebody
of that.
else.
They will suffer.
Was it Alex and you that did it?
I didn't do nothing.
Okay, so it was Alex and Freddy then.
They must suffer the consequences.
Well, Batman was a vampire and he was killing people and turning other people into vampires, and
didn't know that.
You know, the whole thing about I can't recall when you became yourself, but Gotham wasn't Gotham before Batman. Gotham was a really nice city called San Angeles. You know, 21st century, 2020s, and then it got all dark and horrible. As well as Batman taking on the yellow AI after Lopan was killed, but that's another story. All right.
Claire says, if you have a moment, she dismisses various other people and such so that you four can talk privately. She says, in Gothic,
yes,
we have a couple of spies.
Okay.
They've been working on getting information and whatnot since they're able to use the cleanse and come back and forth. And apparently there's some lich called the schoolmaster or headmaster or something like that.
Yeah. He was the headmaster of the Shadow Academy, which is where the painting was from.
Is there any connection between him and the painting, Darius says quickly?
I don't think so, only in that he was the headmaster before being a lich of that school, and that painting was outside the library. I don't know if any of the teachers were aware of its ability.
Got it. Well, apparently he has gotten an undead army, says Claire, of extraordinary magnitude. And he wiped out Bakersfield.
Okay.
And is currently marching with it toward San Angeles. Word has it that he has various flaming skulls, something like that are scouts. And so they're going around and doing stuff. So we suspect that that area might be wiped out in the near future, as the army is quite large. And in addition, of course, to that, you know, they also have various ghouls and other kinds of undead horrors. Also in Genovia.
Which Genovia?
The one that has Melwicks and Heka and stuff.
Okay, yes.
A huge swarm of Izotrox has been spotted a long way off by some ships. So right now they're mobilizing the Navy to attempt to deal with that, which is going to mess with the King of Westmead's holding of the city. We have spies there as well.
What kind of creatures are they?
They're called Izotrox. They're basically insects. They're large swarms of insects. I've not actually. I briefly saw some before the object we were traveling on crashed into a swarm of them. Doc and I, but that was quite a while ago. But yes, they have that they're insects. There's something about them that they don't like in Genovia. In the realm zones that is Genovia. Whether or not they still exist in the Gothic San Angeles zone, because that is also a zone where Genovia existed. I don't know, but potentially they did exist there.
So it appears that that's going on there, she says. I wanted to let you know in case you're traveling to either of those places. It could be very dangerous.
Danger.
That seems to be the way. That seems to be the way of the world at the moment. There's a few. Well, Gotham's got the whole issue where it's been pretty much decimated by superheroes getting out of control as the powers are escalated.
Everybody looks to Bargain Man.
I will fix that.
Unfortunately, it didn't appear that we gained any of those superhero abilities when we were in Gotham. Would have been interesting if we did. But no. And we don't. But Doc and Tom did something that may cause Gotham to be reset, but we don't know to what extent. If it's going to be reset back to San Angeles, or if it's going to still be Gotham, but without the superhero influence, or what?
Hold on a second. Bargain Man, roll for new skill, pose dramatically. You might get a check in your learn here. Good luck.
Freddy's here.
Now's a good time if you got a skill 5 or something to toss into it.
I do, I believe. I have, let's see, I have an assistant +5. And can I play 2 of them?
No.
I just one?
Yeah, you could trade Pete and assistant
trade me the skill +5
if you want.
Yeah, the assistant +5,
okay.
And then I play it
on. By the way, you're going to want to first reduce your hands down to 4 as soon as you get done with this, because Freddy is on his way.
All right, I'm going to play my skill +5 for this.
I think you another one. The skill +5, not the assistant +5.
Oh, did you want the assistant +5?
Yeah, because the whole thing of the assistant +5 is that I play that on its assistant. You play it on somebody else.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna trade it back. I guess.
So if you give me the assistant +5, I then play that on you.
That's right, Freddy. Shit's getting weirder.
What the what?
I am Bargain Man.
Hang on a second. Yeah, I think you've, and that is the card for the assistant +5. Right, I'll play the assistant +5 on you.
And I still play my skill 5?
Yes, and play your skill 5, so you now have +10.
Then reduce your hand down to 4 when you're done with that.
Then
or 3 actually. You should have 1 card less because you were 4, and then down to now. Freddy, take 4 cards. Maybe you'll get a red. They'll make him discard the rest of his shit.
Can I see? I can't get my writing skills in for some reason. Oh, what? Let me check. Oh, here he is. And what is this skill you're calling it, Logan?
Pose dramatically. As a specialized skill. I mean, most people just, pose a little bit, but you've been really working it with the costume. So I've decided to give you a chance at a new skill. Between, Okay, Freddy.
Yeah.
Big box in the corner, and all of a sudden it opens. You go ta-da, and nobody knows why, but it works in this campaign.
So, and do I? I'm sorry. Do I add? Do I do?
Yeah, add the 10 to it.
Oh, add 10 to it. The multiplier, I'm assuming.
No. Yeah, next one.
The next one.
Okay,
the multiplier is if the multiplier is if you were trying to do it by half or a quarter. That's what the multiplier is for.
Sorry. A half.
Holy shit. Well, take a check and learn, check and pose dramatically, check in both of those things, and reduce your hand down to 3, bargain man.
All right.
No, it's not the tree I want.
As a quick segue, Freddie, just imagine this. During one of the games that I was playing when I was jamming live and stuff, we had like 6, 7 people around. New guy comes in. He was a little bit late. And he comes in and everybody's wearing a paper beard and mustache and talking in a thick Russian accent. And just as he walked in, one of the guys is like, I have not had a day like today since yesterday. And everybody's like, da, da. And the new player was like, what the fuck is going on? So as soon as he sat down, they issued him his paper beard and mustache. Because they were all playing like depressed Russians or something. So, oh yeah. Awesome. That's the second weirdest thing. That's not the top. We've got weirder. So anyway, remind me about the Britney Spears story later. So, okay, Bargain Man's done with that. Everybody looks at Freddy like, where the fuck did he come from? And how long has he been in that chest?
Hello.
What's up, Freddy?
Hey, Freddy.
You seem to be in like the throne room of Darius and Claire, which is a relief because you're not in the throne room of Amber, which would be super awkward.
Oh yeah, that would be. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So, what are we doing? Why are we here? Hi.
You are now known as Super Fred.
By the way, you notice that the people that are there is Bargain Man, pretty much dressed as he is, and Obed standing next to him.
Not dressed as he normally dresses.
Right.
Just go with the flow.
Now, memory serves correct. You're not Obed, right?
That's correct.
Oh, good. How are you, Joshua?
Been better. Been worse.
What was it like being dead?
I can't recall. I don't know.
Darius perks up and says, you got better.
Yes, got better.
It's not about being dead. It's about being alive.
Give me a motivational speaking role there, Bargain Man. I don't know if I can handle much more of this kind of craziness, says Claire to her husband. He's like,
Anyway, I'm sorry. Yes, you were saying that. Yep, there's an undead army in Gothic, and which yes, I was wondering if so obviously they hadn't got around to dealing with that like they should have when it first turned up months ago.
Are you talking about the other Doras that visit here?
No, I'm talking about the Dark Council and their military and all the other stuff they're doing, since they have the power and infrastructure to deal with an army like that, and should have dealt with it before it got out of control.
Well,
and eventually were the cause of this undead army in the first place.
Wait, there's an undead army in Gothic?
Yep.
Another one?
And Melwicks, you're saying there's a huge amount of ISO trucks, and Westmead, Navy, presumably with some of the others, is attempting to deal with it.
Something happened with my roll stuff.
With your what, sorry?
Something happened with my character sheet.
In what way, sir?
It's not coming up.
As in when you... It's okay.
It looks like it's not like highlighted. It's like faded. I'm trying to click on it. It's not coming through.
Double click on it.
Yeah. So did you reduce it to a little square, a little rectangle?
Yeah, if you double click on it, it like minimizes it, kind of.
Yeah, that's good. That's an easy way to put it out the way.
Yeah.
Well, says Claire, I'm sure that you've got a lot of things you need to be doing today.
Yes. So, and there wasn't anything else besides Melwicks and Gothic St. Angeles?
No, we wanted to just let you know in case you were thinking of traveling there.
Any news on Cyberpunk, or no?
Still a slag of radioactive waste.
As far as we know, even before that happened, since our faces were known by some of the corporations, we had no interest in going there.
Fair enough.
My condolences for your losses.
Yes, they both look as though a shadow briefly darkens their features as they think about what they left behind. Bargain Man continues to try to figure out how to motivationally speak.
Yeah, it's not even let me roll now. I don't know what the hell happened. I might have to reboot.
Don't you need to reboot? Just reload the page.
Yeah, just try exiting out of Roll20 and getting back into it and see what that does.
Stand by.
All right. Well, we won't take up any more of your time. And we shall go and head to Clem's and see what we can see.
Can I just get like a mini briefing? Because I think Mr. Bargain Man probably knows.
Are you wanting to do it here or back at the PC?
Back in the house.
Right. As you walk through the streets, just Freddy, give me a empathy roll.
Okay. Empathy.
A lot of people seem to be giving Obed looks. They all want to have a lot of sex with him. You're thinking.
Yes.
No, the fumble was the motivational speaker.
No, I'm saying yes. There's
motivational speaker.
The other thing.
Oh, yes. You guys are thinking maybe spending a few days laying around home might be a good idea.
No rest for the weary.
I just failed mine, so.
Yeah, they're giving him a lot of strange looks as you're traveling around the streets and stuff.
Josh, do they know about you?
And Bargain Man, they're looking at oddly since he's the only individual dressed as a superhero in the city.
Bargain
You
Man,
are not getting any weird looks at all.
I don't know who was there when things happened, but assumably I believe there were multiple people, so assumably
let's just talk about this in private because people have ears.
Bargain Man's waving at those people who have ears as you go by. They're just like, because the town's normally a very friendly place to you guys, especially when Josh McKay had his own old body. Then pretty much he was having, everybody wanted to clap him on the back, buy him a drink, or have sex with him. But now they're staring at him with very mixed feelings.
Huh. All right, then.
You guys eventually reach your PC house and whatnot, and you see some guy nailing a piece of paper to the door.
And what does the
Ooh,
piece
he
of
says,
paper
he
say?
runs off when he sees you guys coming. It says
Wait!
Martin. Oh, he runs faster. It says Martin Luther sucks.
Right.
Martin
Luther sucks. It's a poor Reformation joke. Reformation?
I tear down the paper and walk inside.
Okay. You guys head inside. It looks nice, cozy. The snacks. There seems to be a lot of ice torque spilling out of one of the chests for some reason.
More of them?
If you look at
they reproduce.
If you look at the PC house inventory, I believe that should explain everything to you right there.
Oh, great. What now? I'm so glad I didn't put that on.
What? It's got power. Lots of power. Bargain Man could use extra power.
Yes.
There's plenty of ice.
I wouldn't. Okay, if you want to put it on, fine. The same. Careful.
Bargain Man's looking especially real, by the way.
What? Oh.
It looks like he's really Bargain Man.
Congrats on not dying.
Bargain Man.
Alright, so can either of you, I'm assuming Bargain Man or Tom, you probably know more about what happened. What did Doc do exactly?
So, I had no idea about this gem thing that he had. Okay. He started looking into it real weird because something was inside it, aka Joshua's essence. With that being said, he wanted to save it. And while it was outside or just in general, it was losing power. And we thought that if it would have been completely faded, that Joshua McKay would have been completely gone, dead forever. So we wanted to save Joshua, but not take somebody against their will when Obed volunteered.
He volunteered, okay.
He volunteered, yes. He was a brave soul and will be ever remembered in Bargain Man's heart.
So is Obed... Josh, can you still hear him, or is it just...
No, I can't hear him or anything. I have gained some of his skills. As to whether or not he's been completely wiped out or he's just suppressed in the background, I don't know. I mean, I would like to be able to return his body to him and regain my own form, but I don't know if such a thing's possible. It's just something I'm keeping in mind.
Maybe
looking into later.
Yeah, maybe if we visit the village, you might be able to find a clone of yourself and hop into that or something. But yeah, just an idea.
Yeah, but getting to the village would be the challenge.
I mean, we can shadow walk there. It's not that hard.
Yeah, could shadow walk there, true.
You're not real, right?
I am real.
No, I mean...
I am Bargain Man, a.k.a. Motivational Man, a.k.a. Tom Tom, and a.k.a. Saver of Joshua McKay.
You have a lot of names.
I am one of many.
So, anyway.
Yes.
So
are you still able to shadow
No,
walk?
I cannot fly.
No?
Yes, so I can still shadow walk. It's one of the few things that I retained.
Can you use trumps?
Yes. I cannot create trumps. I cannot create trumps, so I've lost that ability.
Oh, well, I can try and
learn how to do that. Mildred and Doc tried to teach me, but were unsuccessful.
I can teach you if you want, don't worry.
Yes, so, and I suspect that Tom will be liking to learn that as well.
Yeah, sure, I can teach both of you.
Unless, because I'm assuming Doc didn't have a chance to teach you that.
Nah.
The other question is, are we in danger of being wiped out of existence still, or
no? Doc was successful in creating the
yes
pattern. So there's a new
good.
pattern if you wish to walk it. I know how to get there.
Is there any benefit of walking it again, or?
Doc believes that if you walk that pattern, it will gain you benefits within this pocket shadow, and also if you walk more patterns, you will also gain other benefits.
That is true.
So if I walk that pattern, it might be more beneficial?
Yes.
What did Doc get out of it? Did he walk it, I'm assuming?
Doc created it.
Oh, he didn't? Okay. Fair enough.
So he presumably would have gained more than what somebody who walks it gains.
He was able to draw a new pattern.
Yeah.
He
succeeded where I failed, unfortunately.
Yes.
Fortunately for him, unfortunately for me.
Because I motivated him.
Yes.